Hey, what's up everybody? This is Damron. We are on part 6 of our Keep Your Foot on the Pedrogas Achievement Guide, which is to complete Halo Reach on Legendary in under 3 hours. So we are on Exodus. We are moving through this campaign. This has been a blast. In this mission, immediately just move forward. Keep in mind, we're trying to get par time on all the levels. The par time of every mission actually adds up to 2 hours and 35 minutes, so you have some leeway in that sense if there are some of the levels that you are struggling on. This particular level is very easy to get under the par time, and we should gain some time here. This is the par time for Exodus is 20 minutes. I actually die a few times in this run. We're still going to get par time, but you can actually improve my time significantly here, and I'll show you the areas where I die, and you can actually see how my timer moves up. But anyway, once we move into this first hallway here, we're going to be dealing with a lot of suicide grunts. The best thing you can use against them is your plasma pistol. Just kind of pepper them and they keep them at bay and eventually kill them, and their grenades will blow up and generally kill anybody that's around. One thing that we want to keep an eye out for are needlers. We want to get as much needler ammo as possible. So as soon as you see your first needler, go ahead and pick that up, and we'll juggle the needler and our plasma pistol throughout the rest of this kind of grunt portion. But we want to get as much needler ammo as we can for the upcoming brutes. So we're going to go ahead and clear out this room. There's a lot of suicide grunts. Again, just keep peppering that plasma pistol. You should have no problem. Just kind of taking them out. I didn't get very lucky with the plasma pistol ammo here, I don't believe, but you know, again, we want to get as much as we can. There's also a pistol in the middle here. You can get some more pistol ammo right there. So we're going to progress on. There's going to be some some grunts up here that kind of walk down. There's about 5 of them, suicide grunts. If you didn't kill those skirmishers earlier at the top of the stairs, this is where they would have run back to, so that's no big deal. Again, just shoot the first guy that has grenades, and generally that'll take care of the rest. So we didn't get too lucky here with the needler rifle ammo, but that's okay. We'll kind of make do with what we got. You know, ideally you'll get a full, clip of ammo, and that's going to make the upcoming sections a little easier. So as you can see, there's a brute down there that's kind of tossing around a civilian. So we're going to take him out, and then we're going to move on. We're going to go up the stairs here, and we're going to grab this sniper rifle, and we're going to use that to kind of clear out this section. We didn't get much needler ammo, so we're going to save it as best we can. So let's go ahead and grab this sniper, and we'll use that to take out all the brutes in this section. And once we clear them out, then we'll drop the sniper rifle and pick our pistol back up. It's kind of a good way to save your ammo, especially if you didn't get a lot of needler ammo. If you got a lot of needler ammo in the first section, you can actually use the needler against these brutes, and you can take them out pretty quickly with the super combined from the needler shots. But I got a little unlucky, and I didn't really get that much needler ammo, so I'm just going to utilize the sniper rifle. Go ahead and exchange it back once the door opens here. I think I'll try to sniper that brute there, but we'll go ahead and exchange, get our pistol back, and finish off these 3 skirmishers. So again, that sniper rifle is a good weapon to clean up this room pretty quickly. So luckily one of the skirmishers had another needler ammo for us, so we got a little bit more needler ammo now. We're actually almost full, so immediately sprint up this stairway here, turn to the left. There's going to be a grunt here that you can assassinate. Sometimes there will be 2 grunts actually right there. But moving into the next room, keep your pistols kind of looking to the right stairwell. You should be able to take out a few grunts that are coming down the stairway. Just go ahead and use the rest of your pistol ammo to kind of take out as many grunts as you can on the right hand side. Eventually we're going to drop this pistol for a DMR here in a minute. And we're not going to be picking up the Magnum after that, so feel free to go ahead and expend all your ammo, get loose with it, but take out as many of the grunts as you can. And when you've kind of satisfied with that, then go ahead and pick up this DMR. And again, you can use your needler rifle to take out these guys. I chose to try and take a few of them out with my DMR because, again, I just didn't get much needler ammo in the previous section. If you got full needler ammo, you'll be a little bit more lenient with it. And you can kind of be a little more free, but really we want to have enough needler ammo for the 2 hammer brutes that are going to be later. So I'm trying to to save a little bit because I know I didn't get as much in the beginning as I prefer to. So once we've taken out those guys on the bottom, we're going to go ahead and needle, super combine that brute up there. We're going to make our way up the stair here. There's going to be a few jackals that we're going to have to deal with. So let's go ahead and take them out. Again, shoot to the right hand side of their body, right? It's going to be your left hand side. There's going to be a little groove in that shield that you can shoot their hand, and it'll make them fall back, and you can get an easy headshot on them. Again, a couple more brutes up on this walkway. I'm just going to super combine them. Again, that's the best way to take the brutes out, but again, we're just kind of trying to conserve a little bit of our needler ammo. Luckily, that guy had one needler ammo, so we're going to go grab that. Once you get the indication to activate the elevator, go ahead and do that, and then we're going to proceed down this stairway here and go actually to the bottom level. I don't know why I kept walking here, but we're eventually going to turn to the left and drop all the way to the bottom level, and to the right hand side is going to be a box with more DMR ammo. So let's go ahead and make that, grab that, so we have a little bit more DMR ammo, and then we're going to go down to the entrance that we actually entered into this area, and there's going to be a phantom that's going to be dropping off a hammer brute, a couple regular brutes, and 3 skirmishers. So we're going to be here ready for them to come out, and we want to take out these skirmishers with our DMR as quickly as possible. I'm missing a little bit here, and then we want to use our needler to super combine the hammer brute, and then we'll use our needler again to super combine the other 2 brutes. And the main thing that we want to have is enough needler ammo to take out the second hammer brute that's going to be up near the elevator. So as long as you have enough needler ammo to take out those 2 hammer brutes, that's going to make this section significantly easier, and that's why I was being very conservative with my needler ammo earlier. If you got plenty of needler ammo from the grunt section, then you won't have to be as conservative as I was here. But I figured I'd show you, what happens in like the worst case scenario, right, when you just don't get a lot of ammo. And so it can still be done. You just need to be a little bit more conservative and careful with your ammos to ensure that you have enough for this section. So we're going to take these guys down as quickly as possible, and once you've taken them out, you'll get an indication to enter the elevator and activate it. And we're going to have a relaxing moment here. We're going to take a little breather, and we're going to take a nice little elevator ride to the top here. Again, just take this moment just to mention that all the part times for all the missions add up to 2 hours and 35 minutes, alright? Now we're trying to hit part time on every level, but keep in mind that some of the levels are more challenging to hit part time on, right? Like Oni Sword Base, Long Night of Solace, the Pillar of Autumn. So if you're following this guide and you get part time or under part time on some levels like this one, we're going to have a little bit of leeway on top of the 25-minute buffer. So once we head out here, we're going to grab the rockets from that marine up there. So now we have a full DMR and we've got rockets. So we're going to head to the right hand side. We're going to join the bullfrogs. We're going to grab a jetpack from the room back here, and now we're going to jetpack across the way. We are going to skip this entire section. Alright, so we're going to jetpack across the way, but instead of going up to the left where all the enemies are, we're going to stay on the right, and we're going to jetpack to this beam back here. And once we get to the beam, we can kind of walk back to this building, and now we're going to jetpack up onto the little ledge here that's on the side of the building. And we're going to use this to kind of, go around. These little white bumps here, sometimes they'll bump you off the ledge, so I actually like to just jetpack around them as opposed to trying to, walk around and get knocked off. But anyway, take this path all the way around, and we're going to walk back for a good ways. And once you get past this next corner here, so this other sharp corner, we're going to jetpack around it and land back on the ledge. Now if you look up, you're going to see a beam up there that we can jump onto. So let's jump up there and land on this beam and look up and to the left, and we're going to aim for that gap there. Make sure you got all your jetpack full, jump and jetpack all the way up here. There is a health pack if you're low that you can grab quickly so that you don't die from the incoming fire, but just run up the stairs as quickly as possible and into the next room. Once you get in here, turn around, jetpack all the way to the top, and we're past that entire section without having to fight any enemies. Moving on into this section here, there are 3 grunts over there, but we also want to get the rocket ammo that was sitting in that chest that I just ran by. So we've got more rocket ammo now, and we're going to kill a couple of those grunts just so they're not shooting us. But again, we're going to skip this section as well, jump onto this glass, and we're going to jetpack over to this outpouching of this building right here. So kind of just, you know, don't use all your jetpack at once, just kind of use a little bit, you know, let go, use a little bit, let go, and you should make it over here no problem. And then jump up onto this ledge right here, and we're going to jump up to that gray kind of ledge right there on the side of this building. So you want to jump and use your jetpack at the height of your jump in order to make this. So we're going to jump up here, go to the right of this tree. I actually died in this section, so you're going to see my timer go up by quite a bit. And you see I lost about almost a minute and a half to 2 minutes there because I died at the very end of this fight. But once you go into that room, sometimes the brute right there won't be startled and you can just assassinate him. But if he does get startled, just launch 2 rockets and kill all the groups of enemies right there. If you want to be safe about it, just rocket both of them as soon as you go into the door. But as soon as you kill them, immediately go back out the door and jetpack up to the top where I'm at now, because you can see there's a phantom dropping in enemies and you don't want to get shot by that if you're still down there. Once it flies away, you can kind of take out those 2 turrets down there. You just need to headshot the grunt that's in it and the whole turret will explode, so you don't have to worry about anybody else getting into it. There's also a hammer brute down here, so you can use your rockets to take him out. This is really what we need our rockets for. We don't need our rockets for the rest of the mission. The rockets are for this entire section, so you know, get loose with it, fire those rockets and take everybody out. We don't need them for anything else in this particular mission. So we're just, you know, firing all of our rockets, taking out these brutes, trying to do it as quickly as possible. Again, if you don't die here, I died at almost at the very end of this fight. So you saw my timer went up significantly. So you can save a good 2 minutes, a minute and a half if you don't die on this section. So that was kind of an unfortunate death. I was actually being a little, you know, a little risky. I jumped down here and tried to fight the hammer brute head on, and that didn't go too well for me. So nonetheless, once you've, you know, finished off that, we're going to be waiting on some transport. So we've got a plasma pistol and a DMR, but honestly it doesn't really matter. And then I pick up a needler. It doesn't really matter. We're not really going to need any of this ammo for the next couple sections. We're going to try to speed run and bypass everything. So once the Falcons land in, we're going to be able to board those. And now this ride here, you do need to pay attention and you need to kill enemies where I'm showing you, because they can actually kill you pretty quickly. If you're not shooting them, they will down you pretty rapidly. So moving on, as we're kind of taking this ride here, waiting on these guys to move forward, just keep an eye out. I'm going to show you exactly where you need to aim. There's some enemies you don't have to worry about, but there's some that you need to focus on, because if you're not, you know, those brutes with those spikers can just annihilate you. So moving on, the first roof up here is going to have 2 brutes that you need to focus on. You need to take them out, or at least keep them stunned as you're driving by. The enemies on the ground here, you don't need to worry about them. Instead, focus on the brute that's up on the roof of the building that's kind of a little further in front. As you move down, there's going to be a hammer brute as well as a bunch of grunts down here. You don't actually have to kill them. There's just really nothing else to shoot at this point. So I tend to shoot at them like every time, but you don't really need to. They're no threat to you. They won't shoot at you. In fact, all of the enemies that are on this roof, there's a couple more brutes over there, they're not going to shoot at you. What you really want to focus on now is your mini-map, and the first opportunity you have to start taking shots at these banshees, that's what you're going to focus on. From now on, you want to kind of keep focused on the banshees. Most of the time, the ones that are going to shoot you are actually going to be behind you, so that's why you see me kind of constantly turning around to look for the banshees behind me. See, these are the guys that are going to cause you damage, the ones that are coming up from behind. So keep your turret aimed to the back and take out as many of those as you can. That way you don't take too much damage. But it's a pretty short section, it's a pretty short flight. You don't have to worry too much. Once you kind of get into the next section where a friendly transport vehicle tries to get away, which is a pretty sad event in Reach. You lose about 600 civilians right here. So that's kind of sad. But once they go down, you're pretty much free of taking damage from the, you know, Banshees, so you don't really have to worry too much. Now in this next section, before you can kind of get out of the vehicle, you're going to have some jackals, a few skirmishers I believe, and some grunts to kill. They're going to be right in front of you. Your guys are just going to park right here, so just kind of unload the machine gun, try to take them out as quickly as you can. So looks like there's one brute as well, but just try to take these guys out as fast as you can, so you can get out of this vehicle as soon as possible. So just keep unloading on them. Looks like I overheated there, but once you take them out, you're going to be ready for the final section of this mission, which we're going to speed run. We're not going to be fighting anybody really. I actually made another mistake in this section and ended up dying, so you know, you'll see my timer go up. I'll explain to you why I died and what I should have done to avoid that death. But anyway, once you are out of the vehicle, just run forward, and we're going to grab the mongoose. And as soon as you get into the mongoose, we're going to head to the left hand side. So we're going to go around this rock. We're going to go back into the water here. You could actually just turn around immediately instead of kind of taking that route and risking getting shot at by that ghost. Anyway, so we're going to head to the back left of this structure here, and we're going to hop out of the mongoose, and we're going to jetpack up into the button that we got to activate right here. There is a brute here. I'm going to super combine here, and I'm going to hit that button. Now I should have grabbed a health pack right there. If I grabbed that health pack, then I probably wouldn't have died in the upcoming section. So if you do lose a little bit of health, I do recommend grabbing that health pack and not going into this final section with a little bit of health gone. So I ended up dying jumping up to the next turret, so you saw my time went up again by about 20 seconds there. It's okay though, we're going to come in under par time nonetheless. But anyway, drive up here kind of all the way to the back, and we're going to jetpack up. We don't want to kind of come up to the right hand side, because if you do, you're going to get shot out by a lot of the brutes. So we're going to activate that button and immediately jump back off the back and get back into our mongoose, and this time we're going to head back to where we came from. So we're going to drive all the way back. We don't really need to worry about that wraith. If you're on the mongoose, you're really going to go too fast to even get shot by it. So we're going to head all the way back to where we originally dropped in, but this time we're going to head up the path to our right hand side, and on the right hand side you're going to see a small gap with a small stairway leading up to our next button that we got to activate. Jump out as soon as you get to the stairwell, jump up here and hit that button and immediately jump off so you don't get shot by the fuel rod brute, and that'll end the mission. So you can really clean that up if you don't die on the two sections. You know, it cost me about probably 2.5 minutes in the deaths there, but we still came at 18:11, you know, a minute 49 under the par time. So I hope you guys are enjoying this guide, and hopefully we'll see you in the next part. New Alexandria.